Because I didn't marry a total tool, I got to take my best friends away for the most magical 24 hours without needing to prep a single thing at home before my husband had our toddler solo for the night. Just me, my packing, and taking my girls to the hotel my grandmother threw her wedding reception at. Hi, I'm Saf. I got engaged at 18, married at 22, and had a baby by 24. Because clearly I know a good one when I see it. And after surviving the postpartum period, I now have the mental capacity to give some real TLC to my friendships. Everything in life really is a season, so now my daughter is a bit more independent. I want to be more intentional with showing up in my friendships. A while ago, the Savoy had very kindly reached out and offered me a room for the night. They probably thought it was going to be for my husband and I, but now I have a child who sleeps, my husband and I get a lot of solo time. So instead, I bought two of my best friends, and we were staying in one of their newly renovated, Edwardian-inspired Riverview suites with sweeping views over the Thames, the very same view that Monet painted when he did a 2-year stint living at the Savoy. I like to think that Monet was also downing his champagne welcome drink, and the only thing more incredible than our room was our wonderful butler, Catty, who did all of our unpacking for us, and I've never had that before at a hotel. But I guess you stay at the Savoy because you know you are going to get a completely unparalleled level of attention to detail. Once all three of us were here and settled in, it was time to raise a toast to so many years of friendship. From Sweet 16 to bridesmaids and godparents of my daughter, we have seen a lot of life together, and we probably know more about each other than any of our partners do. Side note, here we were trying to do the Dirty Dancing lift, which would probably have been more impressive if I had a modicum of upper body strength, but I'm basically a 6-foot noodle. Then we headed back to our rooms for the bit that I was plausibly most excited about, a part which included the custom Penhaligon's toiletries, and that was the getting ready together. Now, when we all go away together, it's usually with partners, so we all have our own rooms, meaning somewhere along the way we lost a sort of teenage getting ready together. So of course we replicated that, but with more air wraps and custom Savoy cocktails, an inadvertently matching group of 3 girls ready to go down to the American bar, which is of course the Savoy's incredibly famous cocktail bar. It was one of the first places to have a female head mixologist, and although it has some fabulous custom cocktails like the Hanky Panky, or some vintages coming in for just £100 and something, they are most known for their martinis. We listened to the live piano, had some snacks and a cocktail, before heading to our supper reservation at the Gallery, which is one of 3 restaurants that the Savoy has. An incredibly buttery Chardonnay got cracked open, alongside some intensely decadent seafood, because the Gallery at the Savoy is basically girl dinner personified. Caviar, tartare, oysters, truffle mac and cheese. Once a year, the 3 of us go all out on a meal instead of doing presents for each other, so we basically went screw it and decided that this was that. Caesar salad and rare steak came next, and we all firmly agreed that in lieu of getting PTO for an extended period and going on a week-long girls' holiday, which post-child would be challenging in the least for me, that we would do something slightly pricier just for one night like this. And when we woke the next morning, we could see our following activity from our hotel room, because we were just one bridge away from the National Theatre. Check-in is at 3 at the Savoy and check-out is at 12, which feels incredibly generous and definitely gave us the luxury of time, which is what we were looking for from this trip. So instead of rushing out our room, we had room service whilst watching Gossip Girl, of course. The Savoy has unparalleled lamination on their pastries, and the icing on the cake was that after checkout, the Savoy agreed to hold our bags whilst we went to see an unforgettable performance of Ballet Shoes. A truly faultless stay.